Hey guys, Custom Wood Burning here with another live selling video, and today it is 1K sales. What is it? Why does everybody care so much? Why is everybody on the road to 1K? Why is it such a big deal? Just what is the ado about it? And so also though, aside from explaining it, I want to share that there's a couple extra things that usually get skipped over. So we're going to touch on all of them. So starting with what even is this 1K sales thing that we hear everywhere that has people putting it in their thumbnails and their show titles and like slinging stickers, even though they're clothing sellers or whatever like that. So 1K sales is the threshold that Whatnot has set that gives access to early payout for sellers. And so early payout is the real goal, not really the 1K sales, which I do want to clarify out the gate that 1K sales does not mean 1,000 items sold. It does mean 1,000 purchases. There is a difference. If somebody purchases, does one swipe and purchases sticker pack quantity 100, that is one sale towards the 1K sale. If somebody swipes on and purchases 100 stickers individually, 100 individual purchases, that does count as 100 purchases towards the 1K sale. So I just want to clarify that. But also the thing with early payout is pretty significant, and I get it. So the difference is standard payout with Whatnot is approximately 4 hours after delivery of the item that was sold. And so shipping takes anywhere from like 3 to 10 ballpark business days. Okay, so we don't, from the time we sell something to the time we get paid for it, can be 3 to 10 business days plus 4 hours. With early payout, that payment deposits immediately as soon as we print the shipping label. So it is a huge difference. And I understand a lot of sellers aspire for this because the sooner we have the payment, the sooner we can go pay for more inventory. And so it is a win. I do want to offer though that there's a couple little things that most miss, which is number one, this is a lofty goal, but it's not really just 1K sales. It's 1K sales or I don't know who's hitting these numbers. I would be curious actually to know the statistics, but it's 1K sales or $100,000 worth of sales. So I don't know. I feel like that's worth noting that like it's possible, just knowing that it's possible to get early payout with like 500 sales if if those 500 sales equated to $100,000, I don't know what you'd be selling, but it's there for a reason, right? So that's the first thing. But more relevant to more sellers is that a 4.8 rating is required to get this early payout. Whatnot put this in place to basically certify sellers. Like it's kind of 1K sales is a little bit of like a badge of honor of like, okay, you know what you're doing as a seller. You've sold 1,000 items. You've gone through the shipping process. Reviews have been coming in and they are satisfactory. Like we give you this little stamp of approval, basically. And so they're not going to just, you're not going to come in there with a 3.0 rating and they're going to be like, yeah, good to go, right? So 4.0 rating is a thing. Out of 5, it's got to be higher than 4.8. And then 10 live shows is also a thing. And so one might think, well, just hit the ground running. I'll just do like 2 shows, bang out 500 items, liquidate these couple storage units, and then bam, 1K an early payout. But no, got to be at least 10 live shows deep before they're even going to consider it. Also, this is a status that we have to maintain as sellers. So if we have high refund rates, cancellations, or unfulfilled orders, no early payout for us. Even if we have it, they'll revoke it. And so they expect, they have these in place again to filter and give a stamp of approval that these are good sellers. Aside from that, I want to offer this little chew, and I'll try to keep this short. Two things. One is that 1K sales are not all created equal. And I see a lot of sellers, newer sellers, fall into a trap, my words, my anecdotal observation and opinion, of compromising their business in order to reach the 1K sales. For example, if there is a shoe seller or a clothing seller who just really wants the 1K because all they're worried about is the early payout, they might load their shop with 1,000 stickers and have them all listed at $1 and have it reduce shipping or whatever, because it's like 70 something cents to ship. And so they're thinking, well, I can get a bunch of sales the quickest if I just do it like this. But once the issue comes in, and the word of caution here is that once that 1,000 sales is reached, there's no foundation to the actual business. There's no customers there that are there for the shoes or the clothing. There's no customers there that are interested in the proper price points of what the person actually sells. It leaves folks with early payout. They have the early payout, but they've got no customer base. They've got no business model. They've got no branding established. It sets the wrong foundation, my opinion. So I just want to offer a word of caution there, that I think the best, from what I see, the best way to approach 1K sales is organically. It just is showing up with what we are there to sell actually, and at the price points that make sense for us. So the purchases and the sales that we do get are real, right? They're real. They are building our business. These are customers that are going to be there past 1K, and we're not going to be sitting there at 1K like trying to build from the ground up. And so there's that. And then the second offer is for the arts and handmade sellers. Please, if you are listening to this and your arts are handmade, please just really know that in your core that 1,000 sales for a reseller, right? Acquiring and flipping items, liquidating storage units, going to estate sales, thrifting at the bins, like just getting bulk inventory of stuff and like quantities, and just rapid fire selling as high a volume as possible. $1 starts. That kind of business model is simply not the same as arts and handmade, right? The time it takes to acquire and resell 1,000 items, just acquire 1,000 items. You can acquire 1,000 items in one pallet, okay? Compared to making with your hands 1,000 items is simply apples and oranges. And it hurts my heart to see artists and handmakers getting bummed out about their road to 1K taking forever. It might take a couple years, right? Our business is simply different. And so please know that 1K is aligned more with resell. And if we resell, and especially if we have stuff that's within brand, that's great. But especially for those who that's all you're selling is 100% art and handmade, just please know that any sales are amazing. And even if you have the equivalent to 1K for reselling is probably not even 100. realistically for a hand maker. If it takes you a day or two to create one original art piece, then and then if you can get someone to buy that thing that took you 2 days to 1 or 2 days to make, like, that is an accomplishment in itself, and it is not to be lessened, right? It is not to be like devalued because it's not, because you just have that one sale is exponentially more valuable than like 1,000 sales. You know what I mean? And so just all things in perspective, just know that there's a difference there, and don't compare yourself. Comparison is a thief of joy. Okay, so artisan handmade, you're doing great. Keep going. And anyway, we'll cap it here. I don't want to ramble too long, but I want to thank you for watching. If you found value here, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you tomorrow and every day after, because we're going to continue this live sales chat. Okay, so happy live selling in the meantime, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.